Guys, what is going on again? This is the Club of the Man 1993 coming at you for just a quick little video I wanted to do real quick. I haven't done one of these videos in a while. Talking some baseball. Well, my video game videos here and there, but actually talking Major League Baseball, since the Pirates actually made somewhat of a good trade today, but there's a piece of it that I'm scratching my head on about it a little bit, but I'll get to that when we talk about it. But so I do apologize. You guys do notice I usually 4 times a year do baseball predictions and wrap-up videos. Unfortunately, I did not do one during the All-Star break this year because, one, I've been very busy with my sister being home and doing all kinds of things while she's home. She's going home on Sunday, so I should be back to a more normal routine next week. And two, also, I just didn't care about baseball. Well, as I said at the beginning of the year, I was trying my best to get my passion back for watching baseball. So I feel like I've really lost it over the past 2 years. Mainly because of how bad the Pirates have been doing the past 2 years. And of course, with them getting rid of Cole and Kutch over the offseason, then claiming to not be in a rebuilding year, kind of ticked me off. Then they start off good. Like they were, in first place up until sometime in May. Because I remember I went to a game against the Padres in May, which that's when Austin Meadows made his Major League debut. And the Pirates, from there on out, just went downhill. They went like 14-33 over their next 40 or 50 some games, which of course, unfortunately, dropped them down low. The Reds almost caught up to them, I believe. The Reds almost caught up to them. I thought the Reds were going to have a better year this year, but that's not the case, unfortunately. It doesn't seem like it's going to happen. But anyways, so getting on the topic here, today was a trade deadline. And recently, the Pirates just went on an 11-game winning streak, which got them back in contention. Unfortunately, though, I don't think it's going to be quite enough for them to make the playoffs this season. But they made 2 decent trades today. They got Keenan Kellogg, I think it was, from the Rangers, which I kept saying, if the Pirates are going to be buyers at the trade deadline, I thought they had to get a couple arms for that bullpen. And they did by acquiring. Well, they only got one for the bullpen by acquiring the Rangers closer, which I haven't heard too much about him. I mean, I saw he's played 4 years in the big leagues, had 1 bad year, but other than that, seems to be a pretty solid arm. So he's probably going to be our new setup man in our bullpen. But the main reason why I made this video is because of the second acquisition the Pirates did, acquiring Chris Archer from the Rays. Now, Archer, of course, the past couple years hasn't really had the numbers shown from a guy who's a big name on the market as he is. Apparently though, Keela and Archer are both locked up under contract till 2021, I believe. So this is not just rental players. This is some long-term dealing here that the Pirates made, which I think in some sense I liked. But the Archer trade though, we gave up two players, and there's supposed to be a third one going also, but they haven't decided yet who that third player is. Last I knew. But so far, we got Tyler Glasnow going to the Rays, which I'm okay with. I mean, he was another one of our top pitching prospects, and I've always thought he was a good pitcher. But the thing about Tyler Glasnow is he's always had bad control, making him an inconsistent pitcher, and he spent most of the time this year as a long reliever in the Pirates bullpen. So maybe a change of scenery with the Rays will help him out definitely down the line. The second name, though, this had me have my head scratching a little bit. Austin Meadows. Austin Meadows is going to the Rays also in this trade. The thing about this that concerns me is I think we got Dickerson. I think last I checked, we got Dickerson next year. I think. I'm not 100% sure if his contract's up next year or this year. I cannot remember for sure. And so with getting rid of Meadows, are we going to sign Dickerson long term? And the other thing that concerns me is Dickerson's hurt right now. And, Marte's put on a pretty good year, bouncing back from last year from being spent half the year to the steroid violation. Hopefully he's not on roids again. And then Gregory Polanco. Now, here's the thing. I do like Gregory Polanco, but I will admit that he can be quite inconsistent. He started off good. He went on a bad tear. At one point, he was barely batting over 200. Now, last I checked, he's batting 251, I think it is, leading the Pirates in homers with 18. So he's showing some life, but his consistency still worries me. So getting rid of Austin Meadows kind of had me scratching my head. I would have much rather. I would have been okay if we would have gotten rid of maybe Polanco and had Meadows come up be our full-time right fielder. Even though, strange fact was, the Pirates were, even though the Meadows was doing awesome when his brief stint in the big leagues, the Pirates weren't doing too good, weren't winning that many games when he was in the lineup, which is strange. But for long-term deal, I think, getting a veteran in Archer, getting a change of scenery for him, will hopefully get him back into ace form, and can at least help bolster this pitching staff. As far as who I think will be taken out of rotation, well, here's how I look at it this way. Nova's honestly still on a long-term deal, I believe it is. I don't think he's going anywhere. Taillon, of course, is probably, our ace and our second starter based off of getting Archer. So he's not going anywhere. Joe Musgrove is doing awesome. I really like Musgrove. I think the Pirates should keep him in the rotation. Trevor Williams, despite the fact he's like a 8-7 record or something like that, or 7-7, can't remember what the record is this year, something like that. He still has thrown, I think, in his 12 outings this year, I believe. My cousin told me the other day. He's had 6 scoreless appearances, so I don't think he's going anywhere. I really think the guy we're knocking out of the rotation right now is Nick Kingham. Now, I do like Nick Kingham. He has a lot of potential, but I don't think he's been consistent enough, and he's still young in his career and still learning things to stay in our rotation for the rest of this season at least. So I think, if anything, he could at least go to a long-term role in the bullpen, or he could be going back down to the minors. The thing is, though, I don't know who would come up and replace that long release spot from Tyler Glasnow. Because I still think, that besides that and getting Keela, well, then again, we got Keela coming in, so maybe he's kind of going to be more so the replacement in that bullpen spot. But still, I think that this is going to help our pitching staff with having Archer and Keela in our pitching staff. I still don't think it's going to be enough to get the Pirates to the postseason this year. I mean, one, they've had an inconsistent season. Yes, they've been playing a lot better lately, and I'm appreciating that. But with the acquisition the Brewers made, and the Cubs are still not as dangerous as they used to be, but then of course that National League West also, I don't think it's gonna be enough for us to come up short. I will make a video though sometime this week, probably a stream, kind of just recap what happened to the trade deadline. There was a lot of trades that happened this year at the trade deadline, so that'll kind of be like my late mid-season predictions for the rest of the year video. I'll do that sometime later on this year, because this trade deadline, not just for the Pirates deals, but for all these deals, got me excited for the postseason and for the second half of the Major League Baseball season. So I'm getting that fire back, trying to talk some more baseball on this channel as well, because again, I'm a wrestling fan, but I've also been loved baseball for 14 years now. Why would I just not include that on my channel as well? So I'll try to get more of these videos up as well. So guys, what are your thoughts on stuff on the trade deadline, especially the Chris Archer trade for the Pirates? Leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. And be sure as always to click my like and subscribe for more content on the channel. Follow me on Twitter at TheManAir93. And I should be back up here sometime later on tonight for my live review of SmackDown Live. So until then, guys, I'll see you all later. Have a good rest of your day.